Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jaylah. If you are new here, hey, subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about fashion, beauty, and story times, and I can give you guys advice as well. So, today's video is going to be me telling you guys about the time I was in a toxic relationship. It's gonna be a story time, so grab your popcorn because it might be a pretty long video. Anyway, so yeah, today's video is just gonna be a story time, and I'm gonna be telling you guys how I was in a toxic relationship. If you guys want to hear about how I was in a toxic relationship, subscribe to this channel, stay tuned, and keep watching. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys like a backstory. When I was about 14, I went to another high school for like a few months. It wasn't even that long. It was like just the first semester. I went to a whole nother school. I loved the school, had so many friends, and I just loved it. I loved being there. And around like Christmas, I was told that I'm going to be transferring to another school, but my mom wanted to wait. My mom wanted to like wait till semester for the school that I was at the time to finish out. She wanted me to finish my exams or whatever. So finished my exams and I transferred to a whole nother school. Fast forward, I went to the school, and first of all, being a new girl is rough. Like, I do not like it. I don't know, like, it's like, I feel like your name for like the first couple of weeks or months is the new girl. It's like nobody knows your name, nobody can get your name right. For some reason, Jaylah is hard to pronounce for most people. I don't know why, or if it's hard to spell for most people as well. But whatever. So, fast forward, I'm at the school and I meet some people, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So we meet some people. I meet some people, and I meet like some friends or whatever. And I meet this guy. I'm not gonna say his real name for obvious reasons, but we're gonna call, I don't know, whatever. We're just gonna call him ex-boyfriend. But yeah. So this guy, I met the guy who is, I guess we call him X, whatever, X. So I met this guy, X, and at first he just seemed really he seemed like a really cool person, really sweet, really nice, and I was like, oh, okay, he's cool. And so we always talked, and one time, like, it was like a really like it was like not too long since when we were talking, and I ended up liking him because I thought he was a cool person. Like, he was nice, he was a gentleman, as I thought. You'll know more. You know more when the video go on. So I'm just, as the story go on, you'll know more. So in the video, at the school, so I'm thinking like, oh, okay, this guy is so nice. He's like helped carry my books. He helps me like go to class. He walks me to class. He does everything. Like, I thought like this was a gentleman. Like, I was 14 at the time, and I mean, when you meet a guy who's like that, you're just like, well, how are you? So we meet. So we texted. We got each other's numbers and we talked, and we were like, hey, like, I like you, and I was like, hey, I like you too, and all of that. Fast forward, we're dating, whatever. We're dating. We're together. So there's gonna be like a lot of red flags in this video as well. So yeah. So he was telling me how one day we were talking, and he was just telling me how he had a girlfriend that cheated on him all the time, and he was always paranoid about her talking to other guys or whatever. And I'm thinking like, oh, he's kind of hurt. I'm thinking like, oh, okay, he's hurt, or he's paranoid. He's always thinking girls don't want to be with him or whatever. I'm thinking like, oh, okay, I would never do that. So I don't like, as we just start talking, we just did whatever. So obviously I had other guy friends. I had other guy friends. I had other people. I talked to other people. He wasn't going to be the only person I would talk to at the school. Why? because I had other people to talk to. So, red flag number one. I remember one day, a classmate who was also a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name either, but he he would like he helped me a lot too. He was really nice, and we were just friends, and we would always talk, and I would laugh at his joke because he was funny. And I would look at my ex-boyfriend's face, and he would just have this look on his face like, and I remember being like, what? Like, what's wrong? He's like, nothing. Like, what's so funny with the guy? The guy said, why are you talking to him? And I'm just like, we're just friends. Like, nothing going on. He said a joke, and I laughed. And he was just like, oh, okay. So that was red flag number one. So, red flag, like, he's just like, and then whenever he would get mad at me if I didn't text him right away, or he would get mad at me if I fell asleep at night. And it was just like weird, because it was like, I don't know, like, he would just get so mad, and I would just be like, he would just give me a silent treatment. I'm like, well, why are you mad? He's like, well, you fell asleep on me, and I'm just like, that was red flag number two. But I didn't think of anything of it because I'm 14 at the time. Like, what is going on? So he just like it, and then after a while, I told him about it, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. I'm just, afraid of like losing you." And I'm just like, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, that's sweet." And like, I'm like, whatever, okay. So as the time goes on and on, he gets a little bit better, but you could tell that he was still kind of like paranoid about me talking to other people or talking to other guys. And it was this other guy, a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say his name, but obviously. But we were just like friends, and we would talk a lot. And I think he kind of knew that my ex was not good for me. Like, he just knew. Like, for some reason, this guy, these two are always clashed. Like, for some reason, they will always fight, and my friend would always be like, you're not treating her right, and I wouldn't like, I don't know. So he would get mad at me whenever I would talk to this person. Like, anytime this person would come up to me, he would just look at me or look at him, and it was like, it's like, so you're not about to sit here and isolate me from my friends. Like, you're not about to limit the people that I can't talk to. Number one, I can do whatever I want to. Two, you shouldn't be in a relationship if you're like paranoid, and if you're gonna be like this. I'm not about to deal with this. So and also he tried to limit like the friends that I could talk to. Like, even with girls, it was like, whenever like I had a friend, and as you're gonna hear that a lot in this video. But I had a friend, and we always talked. We hung out every weekend. We always like did whatever. And for some reason, he would like lie on her to say like she's trying to ruin our relationship. She wants us broken up. She's done. She's like, she doesn't like me with you, and she doesn't like you. She's just being your friend just to get you broken up with me. And I'm just, and it thinking about it now, it does not make sense at all. But back then, for some reason, I don't know why, like, I was young and I was stupid, so I would believe that, and I would be like, oh, well, I'm not going to be friends with somebody who's trying to ruin our relationship, when really, the friend did not want me to be with him, because my ex was horrible. He was just, like, I'm not going to say, like, he was horrible, like, he was dumb, but he was just, like, so controlling. It's like, nobody should ever be with somebody that's that controlling. Like, you can't. And then he would just get mad over pictures that I would post on Instagram, and it's like, so fast forward, I was just kind of like getting over the relationship. I was kind of like over it, but at the same time, I felt like I had to be with him because I felt bad. So I like told him, I was like, look, like, this isn't gonna work. You're not about to control me. Like, this isn't, like, we're done. Like, I can't. So he was so manipulative too, and he was just like always like try to think, oh, it's your fault. You're talking to guys, and you're you're this, you're that, and it's like, it's like, no, the reason why this relationship is ending is because it's your fault. You can't control me. You can't. It's getting tiring. Like, like people like that are so tiring and exhausting. So we break up for like a week, and we get back to, obviously, and he's texting me, calling me. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and he's like crying. I don't know if he was actually crying or if he was fake crying. I don't know, but he was crying on the phone, like, we should be together. Like, no, I don't want it to end. Blah blah blah. We should be together, and I'm just like, as you little young me who when somebody cries, she feels bad, and she felt like, oh no, you're doing something wrong. When really, I knew in my heart, I knew deep down that I wasn't doing anything wrong. I know it was all him, but I felt like I was doing something wrong, so I was like, okay. I ended up being, so we got back together. So he would be okay for like a good week or two. He would do better. Everything was going great. Or a month, we were doing great. And then all of a sudden, it would start going on again. And he would get mad over petty crap. And I remember one night we were talking, and I fell asleep. Like, I fell asleep, and I do that now. But back then, I remember I was falling asleep. And he texts me and goes, who are you with? Why aren't you responding to me? Why? He's like sending me all these messages, like, why aren't you responding? Who are you with? You're with somebody, aren't you? And it's like, it's 9 o'clock at night. Who am I with at 9 o'clock at night? And at 14, 15 years old? No, I'm not with any. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not with anybody. I'm asleep. No, you're with somebody. You're with somebody. And I'm just like, and for some reason, he always thought I was cheating on him with this guy friend that talked. By the way, me and the guy friend, we did end up dating, like, senior year, but it didn't last that long, but whatever. But, it was just, why? Like, it's just, I don't know. But if you're ever in a toxic relationship, get out of that relationship. Don't let that person, like, try to isolate you from friends or try to isolate you from people, because it's the worst feeling ever. And I don't know, like, he was just, like, the first year was amazing. Like, at first it was, like, great, it was good, like, the first months or whatever. I guess that's the cupcake phase. But after a while, he was just, like, so controlling me. And we obviously broke up, like, our junior year, we broke up because it was literally tiring. And I was at a point where I'm like, all right, I'm not staying in this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Because then he would just talk about how he liked this one girl. He thought the other girl was pretty, and it was like, but if I did that, you would be mad at me. So whatever. But so yeah, if you guys want to know more story times about this relationship, I have plenty more stories if you guys want to know the real tea. Yeah, I want to do, like, more story times on this channel. So let me know if you guys would like that. I love you guys, and yeah, so let me know what type of story times you guys would like, or let me know, like, what advice you guys want to know, like, any topic that you guys want me to talk about, in the comments below. And it was, like, draining, it was exhausting, and it was tiring. We obviously broke up, but it's tiring and exhausting, and nobody should ever be in that, whether you're a girl or a guy. Nobody should ever be in a controlling relationship. Nobody, like, and don't get mad over petty crap, like falling asleep and assuming that I'm out somewhere. It's like, whatever. So if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.